look so pretty. Okay. I don't even know what today. Okay. Hi guys. I hope you guys are good. Ninjani. Ooh, how you guys doing? I'm asking this because the time difference between this video and the one before. I should be embarrassed. But to my defense, guys, I didn't feel like I took videos, but like when it came to editing, I was just like, it's too much work, it's too much admin. So, but I'm back. I'm back on popular demand. I'm just joking. I'm back because I want to be back. Decided that I must do this thing. Yes. Um, I already greeted, right? Yes. So today I'm going to be talking about academics and mental health. I feel like they work hand in hand like this. They are what's in Martin Olwini. Yes. Martin Olwini. Spit and yes. Okay. I thought I was saying the same thing twice. Yes, I'm going to be talking about academics and your mental health. Specifically, I feel like it's gonna make more sense if I share like my story because then I relate. And then yeah, let's see where it takes us. Please like this video. Click the subscribe button. Also share, guys. Also turn on your notifications. Your girl is trying to grow this YouTube page. I'm back, guys. I'm being serious. I'm back. I'm back. I'm gonna take this thing seriously now. But let's get right into it. Okay. Oh, okay. So, what made me talk about this? I made a video about this last year, but like the way it was, there were too many things happening. Like it was not like in my life, no. The video in itself, there were like distractions, and so I just felt like, ugh, I'm gonna have to edit this way too much. So I opted to just delete it. But what made me talk about this is mainly what I'm going through, actually. But also, I feel like there are so many people who, first of all, who passed that I know who did really well. People who were also struggling. Some of them weren't struggling, but they did well. And I feel like, I don't know, it's important that we discuss what you can go through when you are in school mentally. Because I feel like when I first, like, when I came to varsity, it was like, okay, we're going to varsity. Excited. Oh my gosh. Yay. Going to claim, yeah, it's A, B, C, D, E with my chest even. When you get to varsity, it's 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 like that. So but also not that the whole experience is bad. I'd be lying if I said that. Actually, it's not the whole experience. It's like just these times where you it's a lot. So yeah, so I started my degree in, when did I start? Okay, no, I applied immediately 2016. I was like, matriculated in 2016, 2017. I got accepted, but for a different course. Went to go pay for registration. I was late, so the the course was full, and I couldn't be taken. Okay, I cried actually. I remember I went to the toilet and I cried. I was crying like, yo. I was like, what? When like it's happening like this? Really? I had applied for foundation phase teaching, and bear in mind, I think I applied for it because Senior phase, senior phase was like completely booked. It was like full or something, I can't remember. So I took that instead. But I think also it was, I feel like it was like a thing, a blessing in disguise, because I don't really want foundation phase teaching. I want to teach the seniors. So that happened, and then I reapplied. When I reapplied, I made accounting my first choice. Cool stuff. And I'm like, in my head, it's like, okay, I do enjoy accounting, but I want to do teaching. But it's like, no, man, do accounting. Like you'll probably also enjoy it. It's not that big of a deal. And there's also like people like, no, just do accounting. Like you've always loved accounting, so just do accounting. And I'm like, okay, I apply for accounting. I get accepted. Well, no, provisionally accepted. And then no, I'm lying. I was put on the waiting list. I was put on the waiting list, and then I got accepted like that February. Yes, somewhere there. Which is 20 now. This is 2018. 2018. I get accepted. The message when it came in, it was like two sections. So the first message came, and I'm reading, but it was the bottom part of the message, and I'm like, please make your way. I'm like, oh. First of all, this number is not even saved. Make my way to where? What are you saying? And then a few minutes later, the top of the message pops up, and I see that, wait, this is from UJ, but this is not complete. And now I put two and two together, and I'm like, wow, I was taken. Because now I registered late the previous year. Guys, I, I got up and I left. Like, I was like to my mom, I'm going to UJ, I'm coming back. Bye. In the morning, like 8 o'clock in the morning, I just left. And I got there, and yeah, I was so nervous. Actually, I was very nervous. I was sitting there, they're taking you through everything. There's like different rooms that you go to. There's this one where you get your student card. Yeah, you print out this, you do that. Okay. When I got to the student card room, I think that's where it like iyele yasinka in ukuthi guys, I'm officially a student. That's when it sunk in that, wait, what? So yeah, and then that whole thing happened, and I was so excited. Like I took a picture of my student card and I sent it to my mom, and I was so happy, man. I was like happy. I was like, okay. Oh, I also called my aunt. I'm like, girl, kitseni, come on, inside, and she's like, sis, find a place to stay because already they're full. Like, look for a raise now. I'm like, okay. I wasn't thinking of that. I was still excited. But yeah, I'm like, go home. Now I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, first year of varsity. I wonder what it's like. Oh wow, finally, all of that. I was excited, man. I was excited. Okay, and then I don't know when I moved to Riz, but it was like shortly afterwards, about maybe a week or so. I because no, also my aunt already stayed at a Riz. My aunt is young, guys. I feel like I always say my aunt. I always have to explain this. My aunt is very young. She's young. I just saying that's it. She was staying at a res already, and she was promoting at it. She was like, come, we have rooms. I come here, they do everything, they take me inside. And that's literally how everything started. Literally, like just like that. My first year wasn't that bad. Um, I think I was enjoying myself. I was, honestly speaking, like, yeah, obviously you write the test and you feel like, oh my gosh, wow, but it wasn't like a fail. It was just you didn't get the marks that you wanted, and then other tests are, I'm getting good marks. I'm like, wow, yay, excited. Though I did fail maths. Did I fail maths? Yes, I failed maths in my first year. And I was like, okay, it's just maths, like one module. Okay. And bear in mind, I felt like it was I don't know, I know it's weird to say this, but I felt like it was unrelated to what I was doing. And you'd find that maths has stuff in it that finance has. And when I did it in maths, I failed it. But when I did it in finance, I did it so well, you know? And I was just like, this doesn't make sense. What's going on? Okay, it's fine. And like, no, you're just gonna repeat it next year. Don't worry. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm like, oh, okay. Still, I passed me. Going to second year. Hey, second year, guys. Yo, second year starts. Um, I have, I think, 5 modules because of the maths that I carried over. I was not coping at all. Accounting, being a machine, so like this, it was like fighting me. Maths, I don't know, like I was not in it. I was not in it at all. And then so I'm like, no. I go and ask, is it possible to like remove some modules? Like, how can I work around that? And they're like, no, you can actually deregister and do it in the following year or whatever the case may be. I'm like, oh, okay. So I opt to go and deregister maths because I know that right now I'm not giving it the attention that it needs. I'm paying more attention to all the other modules more than mathematics. So I go there, apply and everything. I leave my phone there. This hand didn't like she didn't process my thing. So me, I'm not attending. I'm not writing. Nothing at all. Like I'm done with maths. In my thingy, in my portal, really busy. Fail, fail, fail. No admission to exam. I'm like, but I deregistered. Why would I admission to an exam? Hi. At this point, there's nothing I can do about it because it's already happened. Fine. Accounting, that's where my issue with accounting started, second year. And bear in mind, when you fail accounting, they block you from doing the next semester of accounting. Okay, it's okay. So I started off second semester with auditing, management accounting, cost, and tax. That's what I started off with, second semester of the second year, which is 2019. Halfway into it, I was like, I never cajon. This, I don't know what this is. I feel like it wasn't just school, you know? Like, there's obviously other things involved, but I just couldn't. I was like, this time I made sure that they did. I sat there and I was watching her like this. I went to go do the 2 modules. I was like, I'm not going to do this to myself. I'm going to work at my own pace. I'm already cut off. I have an extra year now because of accounting. So what's the point of me forcing myself to finish these and get bare minimum marks if I can just remove them? And yeah, so I removed cost and tax, and it worked out pretty well. And I think that's when I realized that okay, I kind of like auditing a little bit, like a little bit. I realized I'm like, no, I enjoy accounting. Wow, okay, not accounting, auditing, auditing. Um, last year 2020, okay, start of my year, I was very optimistic, to be honest with you. I wanted to have a positive mindset about everything. I just didn't want to like tell myself that oh, hey, set goals and everything. It started gosh, like a normal year, and then the whole pandemic happened. Yeah, but last year, that's when I realized that I was starting to doubt even like why I took accounting. I was like, but why did I do this to myself? When I was registering, guys, I mean when I was applying, my heart was busy saying, but why are you putting accounting as your first option? Like, why are you doing that? I'm like, no man, I was convincing myself that now I'm just like, oh, had I not applied for this, probably this, blah blah blah. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have done this. Like I started hating being a student. Like I was just I hated it. Because bear in mind, it's maths that, because I thought I had deregistered, I didn't really have an issue with maths. It was just a thing of, like, it happened the way it happened. I failed it when, because now think about it, in my academic record, it's going to show that I failed it twice when I could have been like a fail and a deregistration or whatever the case may be. But yeah, that's fine. So, maths, I passed it. Accounting, guys. Like, I started hating everything about, not everything per se, but I couldn't stand school. Like, I was just like, what am I even doing with, like, wanted to drop out. I was like, I'm done with this. You know, when you want to leave, but something is holding you back, and it's like, mm-mm, no, ma'am. You see that? We don't do that here, okay? That's literally story of my life. And I am grateful, but as long as I just realized that, okay, at this point, like this year, I have to work on my how I feel about accounting, because as long as I have this thing of I hate, I'm obviously not going to enjoy it, and I feel like I'm obviously not going to do that great in it. But last year, it was just a thing of, I'm just doing this so I finish school and get a degree. I'm not doing this because I love it or I'm passionate or, yo, guys, one thing I'm going to tell you now. When you choose what you want to do in varsity, when you choose what you want to do in varsity, make sure it's something you love. You say your name. Nontsikelelo Cekiso, you say your name there. I, Nontsikelelo Cekiso, am choosing to do BCom accounting because I love it. I was trying to think of another degree, nothing popped up. Don't do it because you're trying to impress people. Don't do it because you want to make your parents proud. You don't do that. Because I don't know how to put it, but you won't enjoy what you're doing when you start struggling with it. Mawusokoliswa into ithandayo. You don't feel that uthi iyangisokolisa. You're just like, obstacle course. I'm gonna pass. But now you're doing something that you don't like, and it's giving you trouble and it's dribbling you. Put two and two together. You are like, so honestly, guys, when you come to, also do your research. Like, honestly, do your research. I realize that there are so many different things and choices in varsity. It's not just like, I feel like Sivan, I don't want to say, because we have the resources to find out about things, but we're given this thing ingati, like accounting, doctor, law. What else is it? Yeah, those things. Like, we have this straight or straight and narrow thing that these are the only things that exist. The things I've seen, like the degrees I've heard of in varsity, I'm like, what? That exists? Oh, okay. And there are people who love, like, there are so many things to choose from in varsity. Just go through everything, make sure that it aligns with what you want. If you feel like, excuse me, if you feel like you're looking at a kettle and you like how the shape of the kettle is, find out if there's something in varsity that has to do with the shapes of kettles. That's probably something in design and in the arts and whatever, or I don't know, what is it, engineering. Is it engineering is that other stuff. Yeah, but just think about it. If I'm looking at my kettle, that's why I'm talking about a kettle. If I'm looking at my kettle and I'm like, wow, I like how this kettle is shaped, I would like to create a kettle that is shaped like this. Find out if there's something you can do in varsity that has to do with that. Chances are there is. Don't just think because it's kwenziwa accounting, science, maths, economics, physics, life sciences. That's literally all that exists. Don't do that. Don't. But yeah, wait, just pick something that you are gonna enjoy and do it for yourself. Because at the end of the day, for me, I'm doing accounting, I pass, I get my degree, I start working. I'm gonna be miserable in the workspace. I'm going to be miserable. I'm going to be a mess because I don't love this. I don't. It's just gonna be a thing of I'm waking up every day because I have to wake up and go to work and I have to sustain myself. But that's it. There's no joy in what I'm doing. Guys. No, 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 no. Think about it. And then once you've figured that out, I feel like it's gonna be a whole lot easier, honestly speaking. Like, I don't know, man. It just makes sense, Uti. For example, I like doing makeup, right? My lashes, sometimes when it dribbles me applying lashes. But I laugh at it. If it's sitting too high up on a certain day, I just laugh at it and I rip it off. And but because I love it, I'm not that angry or that irritated by it. Whereas if I hated makeup and I'm just doing it because I want to make money and now these lashes don't want to stick, obviously I'm gonna be like, you know what? Very, very, yeah. What? I'm not good at this. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna have to end this video here, guys, because I noticed that my video is long. So please go check out part 2 to continue the story. Bye, loves.